Are you always coming up with ideas? Do you marvel at successful business owners? Do you hate being told what to do? Ever take things apart just to see how they work? Are you a dreamer? If you've answered yes to any of these questions, this podcast is for you. Welcome to the Entrepreneurial Enclave with Kevin Wortham, the podcast that focuses on building, maintaining, pivoting, planning, and investing in you, the entrepreneur. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Pro Tapes and Specialties is the world leader in tape manufacturing and specialty conversion with over 40 years of experience. In addition to our pro brand of high-quality specialty adhesive tapes, we provide contract converting services that help improve your profitability, streamline your supply chain, and reduce inventory cost. We offer the most complete range of converting capabilities in the industry, such as cloth tape, double-coated tape, specialty tape, paper tape, masking tape, vinyl tape,
carton sealing tape, adhesive transfer tape, duct tape, foam tape, electrical tape, filament tape, foil tape, reflective tape.
And the tape just keeps on rolling. Visit us online today at www.protapes.com or call us at 800-345-0234. Pro Tapes, it's just how we roll.
Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Entrepreneurial Enclave, Life's Coming Attraction. Today, I think with this session, we're going to be very informative. We're going to learn so much. And so we're just going to get started. Josilyn, welcome to the platform. How are you today?
Welcome. Thank you so much, Kevin, for inviting me. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. We're just going to jump into this because, as you know, on the Entrepreneurial Enclave, we talk about people getting and going into business. And one of the things that folks don't think about most oftentimes is credit worthiness and credit. And so I understand that you can help people repair their credit. And so I'm going to give you as much time as you need this evening to lay the platform out as to what you do and how you do what you do. So let's get started. So there is someone who needs help with their credit. How do you take them through the process?
Absolutely. So that's a very good question. So when they first reach out and inquire to me, I would do an initial consult.
Okay.
So the consult would consist of me asking them a series of questions pertaining to their credit report, their credit profile, and then me actually going through that profile to see if they will be a great benefit for our services. So a person that will be a great benefit for our services will have like late payments, they'll have collections, maybe some charge-offs or anything like that. So that's how I'll consider if they will be a great fit for our service.
Okay. So now, what about someone that has a concern or has trouble or a challenge with student loans?
So student loans, student loans are tricky, right?
Yes.
I'd like to say student loans are a good thing to have to your credit profile. That's just what I believe, though.
Okay.
Most people think student loans are negatively impacting their credit report, which they may very well be if they have had late payments, if they have gone into collections, or if they have been closed out.
Okay.
But if your student loans are reporting in good status,
yes,
they're actually a really great debt because the longevity of the loan, it's an installment loan. It's a good debt. So there's good debt and there's bad debt.
Okay.
To me, personally, my opinion, a student loan would be considered a good debt.
Okay. Now, when they come to you and you first do the assessment, are you pulling their credit report or do they have to pull it themselves?
So I ask them to look up their Credit Karma.
Yes.
So I'll ask them to look at their credit factors. I'm going to look at their 5 factors that go into their credit report.
Okay.
And then once we do that analysis, then our company will proceed to do a heavy pull or a hard pull rather on their credit to get all the factors.
Now, you said the 5 factors. Could you tell us what are those 5 factors?
Most definitely. So the 5 factors that go into your credit report is your payment history, your utilization, your length of credit history, your age of credit history. Actually, no, your age of credit history, your length of credit history is the same. Sorry. Your derogatory marks, and then your inquiry. So that's what be displayed on your Credit Karma.
Now, sometimes I've heard that if you have too many inquiries into your credit history, that can negatively affect your credit worthiness. Is that true?
Well, it depends. It depends on what you are applying for.
Okay.
Different banks look at different things.
Okay.
So, of course, if you are going to a car dealership, you're going to take a hit with a lot of inquiries. But again, it depends on what bank you're applying for, whether it's a loan or a credit card.
Okay.
They're going to look at different things. However, you do want to consider that if you are applying for too many accounts within a year time frame,
Yes.
they are going to get you as high risk. So you do want to keep your inquiries down. Another tip and trick, if you are looking to apply for multiple cards at the same time, is you'll have to apply for them all on a computer within different windows, and then you just click submit one after the other.
Okay.
And then it's pretty much going to look like one inquiry at that time. See, they won't actually see the other inquiries that was pulled since they were literally seconds of each other.
Okay.
So that's just a tip, for those who are, have a good credit profile. But if you are new to building credit, definitely should not do anything like that.
Okay. Now I've got several questions for you. So here we are. We've been in the pandemic. Some folks have been laid off work. Some folks have not gone to work. How can the pandemic, or has the pandemic, negatively affect someone's credit rating or worthiness?
How has it negatively affected somebody's credit rating? I would say that more creditors have been more lenient towards people during the pandemic. Yes. I would say that simply because they know a lot of people, were out of work.
Okay.
So they didn't really have any drastic changes unless you were already being actually irresponsible with your credit anyway.
Yeah. I'm just going to blame it on the credit worthiness of the pandemic.
Yes. So on the opposite side of the spectrum, lenders, however, their requirements did increase. However, having any drastic changes on your credit score, your credit profile,
yes,
would have had to come from you already being irresponsible.
Got you. Now, besides you doing the credit repair, do you do anything in the realm of financial literacy?
Absolutely. So that's what our company is based on.
Okay.
So we provide financial literacy. So the basis of our company isn't just to fix a person's credit profile.
Yes.
It's to educate them on the importance of credit, how to leverage their credit, how to build, and where they went wrong at in the first place. Many people are getting these predicaments because they don't understand where they went wrong at. They didn't understand that they borrowed some money from a bank and had to pay it back. I've actually been in that situation before, as like a teenager.
Yes.
So people, they get these credit cards, they don't understand. And again, our company is just there to educate you so that, you won't become a repeat client. Most credit repair companies aren't educating you on a matter of helping you maintain what it is that they help you achieve. So we're really big on that.
Okay. So let's talk about Josilyn. How did Josilyn become interested in credit repair? How did you become a part of this company?
Oh my God, that is a great question. So this is crazy, right?
Yes.
So I actually became interested in credit because I had bad credit.
Okay.
So a short story about me. So back in 2017, I was working at the post office. I had a really, really great job.
Yes.
So at that time, I'm like, okay, well, let me go purchase a home.
Yes.
So, of course, I was stopped dead in my tracks because I didn't know in order to purchase a home, you also needed, a credit score, a favorable credit score.
Yes.
So I had to put it on hold. I actually started dealing with another credit restoration company that shall remain nameless. So as I was dealing with that company, I'm a single mom of two.
Yes.
I actually left my 2-bedroom apartment to go back and stay with my mother at the time to save up more money as I was getting my credit situation together, or so I thought. It really wasn't budgeting.
Wow.
Okay. Unfortunately, with me going back and live with my mother's house, her house was put up for foreclosure. So at that time with my 2 young children, it was either I, go to a shelter or I go and live with the father of my children. So I actually went to go live with their father. At that time, his living situation wasn't the best either.
Okay.
So I was just in between a rock and a hard place.
Yes.
I wasn't getting no results from the company that I was already dealing with. So I started looking for other resources, other avenues that can help me. Because,
Yes.
of course, I was illiterate when it came to credit. So I didn't know what to do.
Yes.
So I came across, an ad. Now, at that time, again, I was between a rock and a hard place. I didn't do any research. I just took a jump.
Yes.
I just took a risk. I didn't know if the risk was going to help me or not.
Yes.
But fortunately, with me taking that risk, my credit score did increase over 100 points within 4 months.
Wow.
With the company that I am now partnered with. And again, that's 4 months opposed to, or compared to rather, the other company that I was with for about a year.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's what happened. I was able to get my credit score up over 100 points within 4 months. I was able to change my living situation completely. I relocated down to Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
And I've just been helping people with their credit ever since.
Wow. Now, but you had mentioned you were working at the post office.
Yes.
So, but did that help you because you had steady income, you had a steady, reliable job? Did that help you when you went to increase your points?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now, personal questions. Are you still with the post office or is this full-time gig for you now?
I am not with the post office no more.
Okay.
It is what I do full time. I help people get their personal finances together.
Well, and I assume this industry is quite lucrative if this is full-time for you now.
Absolutely.
Wow. Wow. So now tell us how the program works. So someone comes to you again, you pull what you would be an assessment, you do an assessment.
Mm-hmm.
And at what point do they say, not Jazz, but Josilyn, I need you to help me? At what point do you say, this is what it's going to look like and this is how much it's going to cost? At what point do you say that?
Okay, so when I do the analysis and
Yes.
then I'll go into details. So the details will be pretty much me letting them know how we're going to move forward with the services.
Yes.
So how we're going to move forward is we're going to pull their credit report and we're going to target all their negatives and target them simultaneously across all 3 credit bureaus. That is our process, and that's how we're able to get the fastest removals within the entire industry.
Yes.
Now, not only are we able to do that, we also leverage the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So the
Yes.
Fair Credit Reporting Act is a law that was passed by Congress that gave consumers the right to dispute anything reporting on their credit report.
Yes.
So again, being as though we leverage that by law, once those negatives come off of a client's report, they have to stay off. And 9 times out of 10, they do not have to pay the debt that was associated with those accounts. Again, of course, with the exception of student loans. So that's pretty much a synopsis of our services. Now, once they are in the services and we actively start doing that, then there's other work that has to be done. All right. I'm doing much bigger deeping. I mean, much bigger digging, right?
Yes.
I'm looking at their length of credit history. I'm looking at their positive accounts, their negative accounts. And can we start adding more accounts on there again so that we can start building them up to see more increases?
Got you. Now, but how do you, I know you don't do this for free. How does the client now pay you or pay for your services?
Okay, so I'm just going to get them enrolled and they're going to pay a $188 fee one time.
Okay.
And then an $89 fee for their first 3 months.
Yes.
Of course, because credit repair is a process, it's not overnight. So for their first 3 months, they'll be looking at $89 and they'll get a complete full financial service. So they're going to get budgeting, a credit builder tool, a will and trust, power of attorney. So that's just a few of the other services that I don't mention until they started.
Okay.
All right. So they don't know that they're getting more.
Yes. And so I'm sorry. How long does this process last? 3 months, 6 months, a year?
So it depends on their credit profile.
Okay.
But most clients are in and out of our program for between 3 to 6 months. And that's where I was going to get back into pricing.
Yes.
So if they are with us for longer than 4 months, then they're actual payment will go down to $69. We do not want to be in the business of creating more debt for our clients. So we want to give them more reasonable rates the longer it's going to take to fix profile.
Now, I don't know if this is bad or good, this question I'm going to ask. Have you ever had a client where you could not help them? They were just that bad?
Just that bad. I don't even know what just that bad means.
I mean, the judgments and write-offs were just so bad. It wasn't like the company says, we can't do that.
Absolutely not. Anything
Wow.
can be deleted.
Wow.
And we have to actually make negotiations in order to get that account removed, and that's what we're going to have to do as a last resort.
Okay. So everybody can be helped. There's no such thing as a bad person.
No, anybody can be helped.
Wow.
If they're not in the realm, like if I looked at their credit profile and looked that they did not need credit restoration, that they need to just strictly build, then I'm going to provide a resource for them to build.
Okay.
But if you come to me with anything reporting on your credit report, I always have a resource.
Wow. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And how wide, now, because you are doing this in person or on the phone, what's the range that you can have in terms of a client, like someone from New York, New Jersey, or it could be anywhere?
Yes, this is nationwide.
Okay. But typically, where are your clients coming from? The Atlanta, Georgia area?
So my clients are from everywhere. I just got a client from Oregon early today.
Wow. But your contact with them will be mostly online through email?
Yes.
Okay.
So our contact will be mostly on the phone and Zoom.
Zoom. Okay. And so say more about Zoom. That means you're doing a lot of your workshops on Zoom?
So I wouldn't say workshop. So I'll do a simple phone consult. And then once they go ahead and get enrolled, I'll then schedule out an appointment. Our next appointment will then consist of seeing what was removed or not removed and actually building and adding those positive accounts on there so that you can start working on building and restoring simultaneously.
Interesting. Have I covered all the spots that you think people are going to have issues or concerns in? Because if not, please, you pick up and cover those spots for me, please.
Kevin, I believe, and again, that's a great question, but I believe you covered everything, especially with the student loans, because that is a question I get every single day. Mm-hmm. I get people that come to me say, can you remove student loans? Can you remove? Because, unfortunately, us here in the U.S. is indebted within the student loan system. It's just what it is.
All right,
however,
I've got a question for you.
Yes.
All right, you're going through a divorce. Should someone use or seek you out in terms of services?
Absolutely. Okay. We help people with divorce. We help people with child support payments.
Okay.
We help people with bankruptcies.
Okay. What about someone loses a loved one, and the loved one who passed was in default of a lot of loans?
Unfortunately, that you would probably have to go through the courts with. I believe there's other things that's going to help with that.
Yes.
We unfortunately have not dealt with that, and we do not deal with that.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. All right. Was there anything else we needed to cover?
I really don't think so. Again, most people, the common questions, again, are the student loans and what can we remove, and of course, is the initial pricing.
Okay.
So again, student loans, it depends on the stipulations whether we can remove them or not. The pricing, again, is $188 for you to get started, and then $89 a month, roughly for for your first 3 months. And then the second question, what can be removed? Again, anything that's negatively impacting a consumer's credit report, whether it's child support, whether it's medical collections, a bankruptcy, anything at all, late payment. Okay, anything that's negatively contributing to your score can be disputed to be deleted.
And so they must provide you with the reasoning as to why these charges are being held against you?
No, they don't have to provide me a reasoning for that.
Okay.
Again, I just do a simple analysis just to see what's negatively reporting.
Okay.
I don't really go into details of why it's reporting.
Got you.
Just quite frankly, it's not none of my business. However, clients do give me that information, which is totally fine. But
Okay.
my main concern is what your goal is for wanting to get this rectified.
Got you. Got you. Okay.
All right. Yeah, because if you don't have a goal in mind, that's going to make me think that you possibly are not serious about, getting this situation fixed.
Yes. And so how many clients are you currently handling now?
So right now I have over 100 plus clients active.
Wow. And so they're active with you going anywhere from 1 month to 6 months, or they're all, where are they in terms of their relationship?
I wouldn't say 1 month.
Okay.
If you're only with us for 1 month, then that means you're probably really impatient and you definitely didn't care to see any results. Again, clients are with us for about 3 to 6 months. I even had a client that was with me for 2 years at one point.
Wow.
It really depends on the client and, what they're looking for and how they see fit for the services. A lot of clients get benefits and other, again, because there's more services
Yes.
than just the credit repair component. That's only
Yes.
one component. So depending on that specific client
Yes.
will be determining how long they want to stay afloat on the services.
Okay. Okay. Now, Josilyn, when we were prepping for this, I said I was going to give you the platform. So did I cover everything in terms of questioning? Did you cover everything in terms of responding? Did we leave anything out?
I believe so. Credit repair it's not as complex, as people may think it is.
Yes.
It's really simple, especially when you come into contact with a person who has the knowledge and make sure that you obtain that knowledge and you just start creating better financial decisions.
Yes.
And just start being responsible overall. Then you'll see credit is pretty easy and simple.
Yes. Now my next question is, why should we use your services as opposed to someone else's?
So you should use my services again because of the way we're able to dispute everything and such as a faster pace. And again, not only do we leverage the FRCA and clients are in and out between 3 to 6 months, but I actually do Zooms with my clients. Again, I feel like that's like a nurturing aspect of it.
Yes.
Because most companies are probably big companies out there. You probably can't even get them on the phone, let alone get them on a Zoom.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And them actually going over, what you need to do in order to see results.
Okay, so you're saying that you're going to do personal hand carrying. You're going to carry your client from A to Z.
Yes,
Okay.
That's what the Zooms are for.
Okay.
That's only if these clients get on there. I won't say everybody gets on, but the ones who get stuck.
Got you. Anything else, Josilyn, you want our listening audience to know? Anything else you want to share with them about credit reporting and repairing?
So anything that you are looking to obtain pertaining to knowledge on credit repair or just, finances in general,
Yes.
you can find it on my social media.
Yes.
I provide a vast amount of value when it comes to this industry.
Yes.
And you can follow me on Instagram at Who is Josie. So it's WHOISJOSII. And predominantly my stuff will be, or my value will be on Instagram, my business account.
Yes.
And again, I provide a lot of value. Even if you looking on there to want to fix your own credit. I'm not biased to anybody wanting to fix their own credit. However, you would have to go through my videos and my content in order to find out how you'll be able to do that on your own.
Yes. Understood. Now, how long have you been in the industry? Did I ask that question already?
I believe so, but
Okay.
It's been more than 3 years.
Okay. And things are looking good for you. Things are looking up for you.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, if someone,
Credit repair,
go ahead, Josilyn.
yeah, credit repair is not going anywhere, because we are human. We make mistakes. And,
Yes.
there's also 73 million people with a 599 credit score or less. So
Say that again.
there's 73 million people with a 599 credit score or less.
Wow. What's the highest credit rating you can get now?
So the highest credit score anybody can get is an 850. The lowest anybody can get is a 300.
Wow. So 300 is pretty bad, huh?
It's pretty bad, and I can honestly say, within over my 3 years of doing this, I haven't seen anybody with that low of a credit score yet. I haven't.
What
In the 400s, yes, but
yeah.
nothing is low in the 300s.
But how does your credit score keep going up and up? Because at one point, I would say in the late 90s and early 2000, if you had like 700, you were good. That was like the highest. So what are they looking at now where it's increased to 900?
900?
Yeah.
You mean 850?
Yeah, 850. I'm sorry.
Okay, so what's pretty much going to get you to that 850 is, again, your payment history, which is 35% of your score, your utilization, and your length of credit history. Most people who have a perfect credit score has probably had an age of credit history of 10 plus years. So they have an established history. Of course, as you would see somebody who's just starting out, their credit score would probably be like in the 500s, or they probably don't have a credit score.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're just starting out, again, you have to build your way up. So again, I typically see people in the higher credit scores with actually those who have seasoned accounts.
Got you. Now, what are some of the things that the credit agency is looking for? They're looking at what, your cable bill, phone bill, car note, house note, mortgage note, insurance. What are some of the?
So again, everybody's looking at different things, and
Okay.
everybody looks at different reports as well. And also, all three of the credit bureaus operate as a separate entity. So one may pull from your TransUnion and you don't see anything on your Experian or Equifax, or they may simply just pull from your Equifax. Different credit cards, different loans, they pull different things.
Okay.
And there's different credit scores for different things. Like some credit scores don't care about, your medical bills. Some do. Some weigh very heavily on your payment history within the last 24 months.
Yes.
Some don't. It totally depends on that bank and what they are looking for in that moment.
Okay.
But again, most are probably looking for the bulk of your credit, okay, which is your payment history and your utilization, which is 30% of your score.
I've got one. A lot of times folks are living with someone, but the person that they're living with is not paying the bill. You're paying the bill, but your name is not on any of the bills. So how do you get credit for paying the bills even though your name is not on the bill?
Well, I wouldn't say that you can get credit for that.
You can?
I mean, unless you're paying rent, you can definitely add your rent to your credit.
Okay.
But the question of, whether or not so are you talking about like a married couple?
No.
Because
No. Not a married couple. Just like, boyfriend, girlfriend, her name is on everything, but you're paying the cable bill. You're paying the phone bill.
Well, I would just say that's their, they have to consider something different, because if you want credit for your own credit profile, then you need to be making your own account on your own profile.
Got you.
So, because all of our credit is separate.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not married, then you have to think of other avenues that's going to build your own credit.
Got you. Okay. Sounds good. Have we covered everything? Because Jocelyn, I said in the prep, I was going to give you the time to really share your experience and share what you do in terms of credit repair and getting someone to be credit worthy. Have we dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's?
Kevin, we went over all the most asked questions.
Excellent.
I'm sorry?
I said excellent.
Yeah, we went over the most asked questions.
Okay.
Again, if somebody's needing to reach out to me,
Yes.
they can contact me on my social media. They can also email me, which I'll provide my email.
Yes.
We can set a consultation. But when it comes to going over every single thing, you've asked me the questions and I've answered them.
Yeah,
So,
my heart and mind is clear.
Yes. So let me provide that social media again. My
Yes.
Instagram is WHOIS Josii. And you can also email me at jstew2122@yahoo.com. That is my most fastest forms of contact, being as though I do have like appointments throughout the day, but I can still text back, if I am on a call.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Josilyn, this has been wonderful. This has been educational. This has been informative. So I thank you. And hopefully this was a joy for you to be here as well.
Yes, it was. And I want to thank you for bringing me on your platform, Kevin.
Not a problem.
What you do not know, which I wanted to talk to you about previously, is I was a student of yours.
What?
And minding your
What?
Allen Middle School.
Yes.
I was actually, yes, I did one of your programs, the Minding Your Own Business program, where we had our own business.
Yes.
So I'm definitely a huge thank you to you. Want to give it back to you because you were like one of my first few introductions into entrepreneurship.
Oh my God. Josilyn, man, I'm so mad at you now. Why did you say that at the beginning of the podcast? Why didn't you say at the beginning we started having conversations? Oh my, I got to put you on my always keep in touch with list.
we probably kept in contact a while ago.
Okay.
And again, you met me again when I was doing things around the city with my cousin.
Yes.
However, I believe I did mention it back then.
Okay.
But things.
Wow. So let's do this again, right? You are a former student of the Minding Our Business program. This is the new venture that you're working on. We have got to support you. Everyone hear me? Support this young lady. She's good people. Does that help now?
Yes.
Okay, good. So what we're going to do when we get offline, we're going to design a specific flyer, right? That kind of highlights that you got your beginnings through the Minding Our Business program, so I can tag my friends in it to make sure we get you some more support. This is fantastic. Wow. This is fantastic. When are you going to bring the Minding Our Business program down to Atlanta, Georgia?
I actually am working on a couple things right now. However,
Awesome.
Once we speak more about it,
yes,
if we can put it into the work.
All right, let's talk offline. Josilyn, anything else you want to share for the listening audience? This is like a reunion online. Thank you.
I wanted to share that with you on our last phone call.
Yes.
And I meant to, but of course it totally slipped my mind.
You getting old like me then, right?
Oh no. Going wild.
Yeah. Listen, so Josilyn, you have been indeed a pleasure. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, when this podcast drops, you drop everything. Check your credit worthiness, check your credit score, give Josilyn a call. Let's help her help you. All right. You have been a pleasure, Josilyn. Thank you so much.
Most definitely. Likewise, Kevin.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
That concludes another episode of the Entrepreneurial Enclave with Kevin Wortham, the podcast that focuses on building, maintaining, pivoting, planning, and investing in you, the entrepreneur. We hope you found this episode informative and enlightening. We look forward to you joining us for our next one. Until next time.